Welcome to the Noon Mix. Thanks so much for being here. It is March the 18th, and it is a Tuesday. We're coming to you live from our Harrison studios. It is 12 o'clock noon, and we are here to give you information from in and around the area. And we'll be here for the next half hour. For those people that are just tuning in to the show for the first time, welcome to a program called The Noon Mix. We mix it up here for half an hour and give you some information accumulated in the last 24 hours and maybe give you a projection of what will happen in the future. We'll be giving you advance information. Also, we'll give you an up-to-date weather forecast for the next few days and give you a little warning and a heads up on what may happen with the weather. Also, we'll give you some information on what's happening in law enforcement, some arrests in the community, and to give you some advisories on who is in your neighborhood and who might be a potential threat to you. I will also tell you about what we're doing here on our channel. We have 4 different digital TV networks that we air 24/7, and we'll focus on one of those, which is a digital movie channel, and we'll be giving that information a little bit later on in the show. Also, we'll be doing birthdays. We like to do birthdays. We like to grab people's photographs from Facebook. We tend to use Facebook quite a bit and other social media outlets to bring information. That seems to be where the hotbed of information is, and up to the minute where we can grab it and give it to you in a time frame that is a lot faster than other news sources. So we kind of are proud of that. That's why we do this program live. And if you're watching this program at 5:30 in the afternoon, that means that we have recorded this at noon and we're playing it back for you. We'll give you a little history segment, and we'll round the show off with some lighthearted, at least one video that we pull off the internet that we get either sent to us or we do the research ourselves. So we've got a couple today. Hopefully we'll have enough time to get that, and it's up to me to be the maestro of that time and to get it all crammed into a 30-minute process. So without further ado, let's go to the top story of the day, and that is our weather as always. Weather around here is the top story. And as we look out our virtual window, as we look west into our countryside, we're atop the middle school over there in Huntsville. And as you look at that flag, as always, I use that as a reference to tell us what kind of wind we have. And if you're a private pilot, you do the same thing when you're flying over a airfield. You kind of look at that windsock to see which direction the wind is going and how strong that, or how perpendicular to the ground that windsock is. But we do have some wind warnings today, and we're going to, I think the gust will be 15 to 20, and then gusts will be as high as 35 miles per hour. So that may be a hindrance to you if you're out maybe on the lake, or if you're out working. Some of those limbs that may have broken from the ice damage may want to fall out of a tree, so be aware of that. Let's take a look at some of the temperatures that are hitting some of our viewing areas that we're fond of. We'll start off with Gainesville, Missouri. Got our viewers up there. It is sunny and 49 degrees. 50 degrees in Branson, Missouri. Jasper has that wind warning in effect already. It's at 50 degrees with mostly sunny skies. Marshall, 52 degrees, partly cloudy. Eureka Springs, 55 degrees, and it is sunny over there in Eureka Springs. Mountain View's got that wind warning advisory with 53 degrees and partly cloudy skies. Salem, Arkansas, also with that wind warning right now at 53 degrees. Mountain Home and Harrison, 50 degrees, 49 there. Now, what's going to happen today? What is our high going to be today? Well, according to what we have currently now, it's going to be a great day out there. A little windy, as I said before, 64 degrees for the high. And then as we look into our future cast for the next several days, Tuesday night is going to be a cool 36 degrees. Wednesday, high 58, sunny. Thursday, sunny, 69. Friday, sunny, 68 degrees. Saturday, a little bit of clouds coming in, but as you can look at our overnight low temperatures, it's not going to be in the freezing mark, and that's a great thing for all the budding flowers that are popping out right now. So we can be assured of some great times this weekend. Weekend weather, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 57, 55. that's great weather to be doing just about anything. A lot of people are getting out this time of year and trekking those hiking trails, and maybe cleaning their boats up, washing the car of the many weeks of horrible weather. Whatever you want to do, plan a great weekend. We've got some events that you may want to attend, one specifically that I'm fond of. We'll get to that in a couple of minutes. We'll take our first break, and when we come back, we'll give you a couple advisory notices from the Baxter County Sheriff's Office about what's happening over there with some of the arrests, and an announcement about retired law enforcement agents. So stick around, stay with us. You are watching The New Mix. Baxter County Sheriff's Office has sent these press releases to us, and we're going to pass these along to you. Rural Gasville man, 55-year-old Randy Dwayne Delbeck, has been charged, actually he's been arrested and is detained in the detention center over there in Baxter County on felony charges after he intentionally caused significant damage to company-owned vehicles at the Mountain Home Concrete Company. On Saturday, March 16th, deputy of the Baxter County Sheriff's Office took a report from the owner of the Mountain Home Concrete business there in regards to damage being done to vehicles parked at the business. The damage consisted of approximately 17 dump trucks tires being cut, 58 dump truck windshields being damaged, 6 tires on a pickup truck being cut, and other damage. The total amount of damage was estimated approximately $25,600. Upon examining the security camera video recordings, a suspect was developed and a bench warrant was issued. And on Monday, March the 18th, Randy D. Beldeck was arrested and booked in the detention center at approximately 6:20 on March 18th and charged with criminal mischief in the first degree. That's a Class B felony. Also, he's a habitual offender, and that's another felony. Delbeck is being held in lieu of $50,000 bond and is expected to appear in circuit court on March the 20th. Also, this comes to us from the Baxter County Sheriff's Office. The date has been selected for retirement officer firearms qualification. Baxter County Sheriff's Office will be conducting the firearms qualification course for retired law enforcement officers on Friday, April the 11th. This year at 9 a.m. This will be held at the firing range on Baxter CR 782 off State Highway 201 North. The cost of the process is $10, and it's payable in advance. The retired officer must furnish his own firearm and ammunition, and any retired law enforcement officers interested in participating can contact the Baxter County Sheriff's Office, and they must adhere to all the firing range rules and limitations. And you can contact contact the Sheriff's Office at 870-425-7000. That's 870-425-7000. Okay, let's get to some of the information. I want to go and go right in. We could have taken a break here, but I want to talk about some of the events that are happening in and around the area. Let's start off with over in Eureka Springs. They're having a Classic Films Movie Association open house, and this is happening tomorrow at 5 p.m. It's going to be at the auditorium. They will begin showing classic films twice a month, and this is just an opportunity to come in and see the Classic Film building at the auditorium, and you can join them for the open house this Wednesday, March 19th, from 5 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. And anybody that loves a movie is invited to be there, and refreshments will be served. Also coming up is Spirits of Spring contest. Now this is a Facebook-only contest, and it's happening starting Thursday at 6 p.m. And it's 2 days from now, and it's going to be right there on Facebook. It's invited by K.D. McCrite and authors Sydney Archer and Joe Ross Davis. They're both authors. Authors are joining together to present a gift basket to one lucky winner for the first day of spring. And basically what you do is you go to their Facebook pages and just make a comment there, and that will get you registered for this spring basket. So you can go to K.D. Krite's homepage. That's KDMCKRITE, and just go to her Facebook page to be eligible for this free bouquet. Also coming up, Spring Fling Salute Dance. This is going to be over at the Shed. This is going to be this Friday at 7 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. And Jim Massey has invited everybody to be there. It's a benefit for veterans through the local Vahila Project. Let me move this picture up where you can see the guy. I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to read and do this at the same time. It's sponsored by the ASU nursing students with music by a high-strung band. The dance will start at 7 p.m. with a silent auction, food, and other activities. This is a great cause. Please come out and have some fun and support the veterans. You can get your tickets at the door the night of the event, or at a reduced rate, you can grab an ASU nursing student before the night of the show and get tickets there. That event is happening this Friday at 7 o'clock. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, here we go. Okay, and Dees and Friends will be at the HA Sports Bar and Grill coming up this Saturday at 8 o'clock. It'll be on Batavia, Arkansas. They'll be playing there. Featured band at AJ Sports Bar and Grill. Check them out this Saturday at 8 o'clock. The Ground Rattlers will be happening, I think, at the, they're going to be at Boone Tooley's in Green Forest this weekend, and that's going to be Saturday, and they're going to be starting at 8 o'clock. They'll be going till 11, and if you like the Ground Rattlers, you can check them out at Boone Tooley's over there in Green Forest, Arkansas. Coming up next, on Tuesday, which is an odd day for our band, Thundercrow, we will be held hostage at the Brick Oven Pizza. We'll be there from 8 to about 10:30 or 11, and we'll be playing all of our classic rock music. We've been in the basement doing our practicing, adding new tunes, and I think if you follow us, been to some of our events, you'll be most pleased by some of the new stuff you will be hearing. So please come out, Brick Oven, get a nice Brick Oven pizza, pasta, or sub sandwich, and come out and enjoy some Thundercrow music. This is going to be next Tuesday, March 25th, from 8 to 10 p.m. at the Brick Oven. Okay, what's next up? And then also on the 21st, this Friday, very important an event for me, and I would appreciate everybody considering coming out. It's a celebration of spring, and it's also a celebration and fundraiser for the Lyric Theater. It's a great venue and has been for many, many years. The Harrison Square would not be what it is today without the Lyric Theater. We are having an event. We're going to have jazz music there. We're going to have dessert, drinks, and it's a great time to raise money for the heating and cooling units that we desperately need. Otherwise, we may or may not be able to put on events if the heat gets too hot and if the temperature gets too cold during some of the events that we have. So we have to guard the Lyric as much as we can and try to get those units paid for. This money that will be raised will go specifically and exclusively for that event, not for the event, but for those heating air conditioning units. This event is coming up this Friday, March the 21st at 7 o'clock. Tickets are $25 a person. We appreciate everyone coming out, and we're going to have a great time there this Friday at the Lyric, raising money for those heating and air conditioning units. All right, let's see. We have information that is, I had talked to you earlier about. It's a pregnancy class for first and second trimester women. It's going to be at the North Arkansas Regional Medical Center, and this one is happening. They have different events throughout the year. This one is happening March the 22nd this year, and it'll be covering a lot of different a lot of different information for expecting mothers. If you want more information about this, you can call the North Arkansas Regional Medical Center at 870-404-5345. That number again is 870-404-5345. Fundraiser for Project Graduation at Western Sizzlin'. This is going to be at March 27th. Restaurant dates will be, and these are fundraisers at different dates throughout the year. And Monday, March 17th will be from 11 to 8 p.m. at Jamie's Local Flavor. Thursday, March 27th, 4 to 9 will be at Western Sizzlin'. Tuesday, April 1st will be 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Ranch House. Thursday, April 3rd, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. at McDonald's. Monday, April 7th, 11 to 8 at Miguel's. Thursday, April 10th, 5 p.m. to closing at the Black Apple Cafe. Friday, April 11th, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. at DeVito's. Monday, April 4th, 11 to 9 at Colton's. And then Tuesday, April 22nd, 11 to close at the Townhouse Cafe. That again is Project Grad student breakfast restaurant dates for you to jot down and support that cause. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll be telling you what's on our channel tonight and then some cool videos that we will get to in just a few minutes. You're watching The New Mix. Stay with us. And welcome back to The New Mix. We are going right into our history segment. And let's talk about history. Today is March 18th, 2014. And what happened on different dates throughout the eons of time. We'll be talking about those. In 1818, the U.S. Congress approved the first pensions for government service. 1834, the first railroad tunnel in the United States was completed. It was not erected, but it was dug out in Pennsylvania. 1881, Barnum and Bailey's Greatest Show on Earth opened up in Madison Square Gardens in New York City. Also, 1911, Theodore Roosevelt opened the Roosevelt Dam in Arizona. It was the largest dam in the United States at that time. In 1931, Schick Incorporated displayed the very first electric shaver. But you know, people still use the old blade. Can't get any closer than a blade. 1940, the soap opera Light of the World was the first heard soap opera on NBC radio. 1940, Adolf Hitler and Benito Mussolini held a meeting in the Brenner Pass. The Italian dictator agreed to join in Germany's fight against the French and the English during that meeting. Also in 1945, 1,250 U.S. bombers attacked Berlin. 1954, RKO Pictures was sold for $23,489,478. It became the first motion picture studio to be owned by an individual. The person was who other but Howard Hughes. 1963, let me go back. 1959, U.S. President Eisenhower signed the Hawaii Statehood Bill, which basically says Hawaii became a state. 1963, the U.S. Supreme Court handed down the Miranda decision concerning legal counsel for defendants. And you hear this all the time when you watch cops, when they say you have the right to remain silent. 1966, Scott Paper began selling paper dresses for $1. Where are those today? 1981, the U.S. disclosed that there were biological weapons tested in Texas in 1966. Took almost 20 years to uncover that scandal. 1990, 13 paintings were stolen from the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston, Massachusetts. The value was $100 million, making it the largest art robbery in history. And in 1992, Lona Hemsley was sentenced to 4 years in prison for tax evasion. She owned, I'm not sure exactly what the name of the hotels were, but they were huge in New York City. She owned quite a bit of those. Now, let's move on to birthdays. We've got a few birthdays we want to celebrate. Birthdays. I have one, but it only comes once a year, dagnabbit. 1541, Hernando de Soto observed the first recorded flood of the Mississippi River. Wait a minute, where is this at? Oh! Whoops. Made a mistake. Can we redo that? We need to edit that. 5 demerits? Okay. Grover Cleveland was born on this day in 1837. Andy Grantinelli, 1923, race car driver, okay. George Plimpton, 1927. He played in some movies. He was a writer, I think. And he liked to involve himself with different things in life. He became a movie star on a movie with John Wayne, I think at one time, George Plimpton. Charley Pride, 1939, is a country singer. I think he may still be up in Branson, not sure about that. Wilson Pickett, singer, 1941. Kevin Dodson, 1944, he's an actor. Barry B.J. Wilson from Procol Harum, everybody knows that if you're in the rock and roll. John Hartman of the Doobie Brothers, 1950. Vanessa Williams from Arkansas, I think she was Miss American. They took that away from her. 1963 she was born. She's a singer and an actress. I love her in movies. Bonnie Blair, she's the Olympic gold medal speed skater from a few years back. 1964 was her year of being born. Jerry Cantrell, musician. Alice in Chains, born in 1966. And Queen Latifah, rapper and actress, born in 1970. Okay, that's it for our, hold on just a second. I think I've got one more birthday we could talk about. And we have her full screen here today. This is her birthday. Let's talk about Brenda Keene Melton, and that's her with her husband Gary. And happy birthday to you, Brenda. Happy, happy birthday. If you have a birthday you'd like to submit and get your photo on the screen, just go to our Facebook page and drop a note to us there on The Noon Mix. Or if you just want to be friends and do it automatically, go to my Facebook page, Dan Reynolds, and just friend me there, and I will automatically get all your information and allow us to put your photo up, and we'll do that on your birthday. Let's take a break. We have just a few minutes remaining. We'll get to that cool video. We're going to bypass what's on tonight. We'll talk about that cool video in just a few seconds. Stay with us. We have just a few minutes remaining in the show, and I didn't get to tell you about the movies that are going to be on. Last Warrior, World Gone Wild, and Runaway with Tom Selleck, futuristic movies if you want to watch those tonight. We're going to leave you with a video of some acrobatic dancing from three lovely ladies. But take note, this was done in 1944. Very amazing stuff. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow. You've been watching The Noon Mix. I'll see you tomorrow.